smash the like button, and subscribe. Esport Trump.
Mostly abortion and immigration.
Okay, go ahead. Be specific about either of those.
Yeah, I'm a Christian, so I'm pro-life. And then immigration, I mean, I think we have under Biden, we had, I think it was like 10 million illegals come in. So that
Wrong.
is just absurd,
There were
Am
less
I
than
wrong?
4 million that came in the country under the Biden-Harris administration in terms of undocumented immigrants. Secondly, if you want to reference being Christian does not mean that you have to be pro-life. Not only is there abortion that is actually condoned and told for you to do in Numbers 5, but also specifically, there is nothing about allowing for abortion to occur that is wrong.
That's the Old Testament. It's the Old Testament. Look, the Old Testament says bad things, and everyone knows that, but it's like, we don't do that today. Okay, I only
Okay,
follow
but you think
Jesus.
that's applicable back then? You think abortion was good back then?
It's something about it being like a corrupted world or something. It's like the old world, It's not something that we follow today. It's like
It
a
was
different kind of world,
it was
So
corrupted back then as well, right? It's
yeah,
still
it's like the
corrupted
old
today.
world was fallen and everything, and it's
We're still in a
now we've
fallen
had the
world.
perfect sacrifice of Jesus. We've had the perfect sacrifice of Jesus to follow, and the only begotten Son go to heaven. So that's a
Yeah, but
blessing,
it doesn't abolish the old law, it fulfills it.
No, no, it's been reinstated. I don't know, I don't know exactly the whole story behind it, but I do know a lot of things in the Old Testament we don't follow.
Okay. So now to talking about abortion, there's nothing in the Bible that says that it's wrong at conception.
Oh, they're actually wrong at conception. Okay, well, I can police something up on abortion. Let me get my little
Go ahead.
talk about it.
Because you won't be able to find anything that demonstrates that you have to value it at conception. Because I don't think that Christians have to say that it's murder to pull the plug on an individual in your family that's brain dead. So if they don't have to think that that's murder, even though they still have cellular life, then you don't have to think it's murder prior to sentience.
Literally on the first page, first thing, abortion, go to page 139, Psalm 139, 13 through 16. So let's go to that. Psalm 139. Give me a second here. Okay, 139, 13 through 16. All right. For you formed my inward parts, you knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderfuls are your work. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance in your book, were written everyone. Okay, so it's a little vague, but I guess, it's talking about,
Yeah,
the
that
baby being
doesn't
formed in
say
the womb,
conception.
being woven by the mother,
Still
knitted together
doesn't
in the
say at
womb,
conception that it's valuable.
Um, yeah, I guess specifically not a well, I mean, it kind of is. It's just saying, from the minute it's being woven in its mother's womb, which is at conception.
No, it's not in the womb at conception.
Ugh. Okay, what's your evidence it's not a conception?
Where in the human body does conception occur?
Okay, no, I see what you're saying. So you think it's okay to kill the sperm cells before they reach the egg? Is that what you're saying?
Where in the human body does conception occur?
The womb, right? Or the uterus, or I don't know.
Okay, so it is not the womb or the uterus, it's the fallopian tube, right? So,
Fallopian,
yeah.
fallopian, schmopian. Doesn't matter to me. I just care about the babies.
Okay, but you just said it was valuable in the womb. It's not in the womb at that point, therefore you do not value it at conception.
Okay, well, how long is conception?
How long is conception?
How long does conception take?
Okay, so how long does conception take? Well, it
Yeah,
happens. Do you mean like after you have sex or since when?
like after you have sex, sure.
It doesn't necessarily take a specific amount of time. Do you want the average?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll have to look that up. How long does take after sex on average?
Yeah, Parker, someone told me you were wanting to debate me, so I thought I had to get up here.
Who the
So
fuck are
some of
you?
you were asking for. I don't know, just someone was saying, Parker wants to debate John Doe, so
Who said that?
some random guy, and like when I was looking at their
It's
lives.
typically between 30 minutes to 12 hours.
Okay, okay, so you can have an abortion in the first 30 minutes to 12 hours, sure.
What? No, we're not talking about that. You're not listening. What?
Well, like you can kill the sperm cells before they reach the
No,
egg,
we're not
and I
even
don't
saying
think that's
that.
how
That's not what we're saying.
What are you saying?
I
Explain
don't
it.
even know how you do that.
What you said, it's not in the womb. It's not conception. Conception is when the sperm, reaches the fallopian tube or
Yeah, are
whatever,
you
and you
do
still
you
have
no
things
do you value it at implantation because that's when pregnancy occurs?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the relevant difference prior to implantation and after implantation that means it's valuable in one scenario but not the other? Is it just where it's located?
Uh, it's like a growing baby. Once it's
So
like
so you're
an
saying whether or
organism.
not it's valuable is whether or not it's in the womb?
Yeah, once it's like an
So how is
organism,
that any
then it's
different from someone who's pro-choice who's arguing that it's only valuable once it gets out of the womb?
um because it's like a developing organism that's like
Wait, no,
a
but
human
like, there's
baby.
no difference. Yeah, there's no difference in the entity before and after implantation. In the same way, there's no difference in the entity before and after birth. That would mean that it would be more valuable in one scenario versus the other. So
Okay,
your
are
whole
you pro
argument
life?
is saying that a difference in location means it's more valuable.
No, I'm saying it's a
If it's
developing
on this
organism.
side of the room, it's not valuable. If it's on that side of the room, it is valuable.
But you're talking about like, do I value it before it even starts develop, like before it's even an organism by itself, right? And then I guess no, I wouldn't. But
No,
once it's
that's
an
not what I
organism,
was
like
saying.
once it's
No, I said, do you value it at conception? At conception is already when it's become an organism.
oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I just got like a 1,000 guess. But yeah, no, I do. I do value it once it's at conception.
Then, but
Prior
it's
to
not in the womb
conception,
yet. It's not in the womb yet. You just said the reason why it's valuable is in the womb because that's literally what you brought up with your verse from the Bible. It was not about conception. It was specifically about the womb.
okay, well, sure. What do you do?
What do you mean, sure?
Like, all right, fine. Then I value it after conception.
Okay. Why?
Because then it's like a baby, it's being woven
It's
in
not a
its
baby at
mother's womb,
conception,
like the
but
Bible says.
where in the Bible does it say it's valuable at conception?
Just what I read you. Well, at conception, I don't
That
know.
doesn't
Can
say at
we be
conception.
fair? What is this conception like you speak of? Like, because what I think when you say conception is it's just starting to be developed, right? Like it's been conceived, it's in the seed is like reached the egg, and that's conception,
Yeah, it's
right?
when sperm fertilizes the egg. That's conception. That's when life begins.
Okay.
Cellular life.
All right, and that's when I value it.
Yeah, but nowhere in the Bible does it say that it's valuable at conception. It specifically
Okay,
brought
did it
the
say?
verse you brought up was that it's valuable once it starts developing in the womb.
Let me. Did it say the one? I think it just said being woven, being developed at all. So like that would be when does it start developing though?
When does it start developing? In the
Yeah.
womb.
Okay, and how long does that take?
Between conception and implantation?
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 days to, let me see. How long does the process between conception and implantation take? I think it can take, is it like 3 days? Oh, I was going to say
Okay.
3 days to 2 weeks, but it's 6 days to 2 weeks, 12 days, sorry.
Okay, sure. Well then, my criteria why I would permit that is because it's not in the womb yet. That's what the Bible says. It's not being developed. It's not like a organism on its own yet. So, sure, I would permit like Plan B or like abortion for the first 6 days to 2 weeks, however long that takes.
Wait, 6 to 8 weeks? Oh, wait, so you think
No,
abortion
no,
is okay?
six days. 6 days to 2 weeks.
Oh, so you can't get an abortion prior to pregnancy. That doesn't make any sense. You're saying you'd be okay with
Oh,
killing the zygote prior to implantation?
yes, I would be okay with killing the zygote prior to implantation.
But it's
Sure, because
cellularly
it's not.
speaking alive.
No, but it's like it's not a developing baby. So it's not.
So you
It's
only
not what the
value
Bible.
it once it's developing.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it was in the womb, but it happened to not be developing, would you value it?
I say just wait it through until it starts developing.
Wait, if
If
it
it's
if
in
it
there.
was in the womb, but it happened to not be developing, would you value it?
Um, I would just say you gotta wait until it starts. If it's not developing after like a long time, where it's just gonna be a dud, then like that's unfortunate. But it's not gonna live. So sure you can get an abortion or whatever.
Okay. So, if you take the abortion pill, that prevents it from developing. Are you saying it isn't valuable once you've prevented it from developing?
If you already like stopped it from developing, then there's like nothing we could do. But what do I think about the abortion
Yeah,
pill?
like would you
Uh,
would you say it ceases to be valuable once you've prevented it from developing? Because if you take the abortion pill, it prevents it from developing. So at
yeah,
that
I mean, well,
point, after you've taken the pill, would you say that it's not valuable anymore? So before
it's
it dies,
basically
it wasn't
cooked.
valuable.
I mean, it's basically cooked after you take the pill, right? So like, there's no saving it. I mean, it's not valuable, no, because I mean, like, there's no saving it. Like, there's no point of valuing it because it's like not savable, right?
You said it's
Well, you already messed it up. You're already like
so
permanently. It's not going to
no,
develop
there would
now.
be a
So
point of valuing it. You would say it's wrong to then murder it, because otherwise you said it's not wrong.
yeah, I'd still say it's wrong to murder it, but like you basically fucked him over. Like he's not going to grow now, so,
I don't know
right?
what
Like
you're
unless
saying.
there's another way, could it still grow after that or what?
No, not if you specifically prevent it from being able
Well,
to
then you already
develop.
murdered it. You already murdered it. Like you
No,
already
but it's not dead yet
What?
because you preventing it from getting nutrients and resources is what will inevitably lead to it dying. But it's not dead until at the point in which it dies, of course.
It's like just you tied someone's chain to a ball and dropped him to the bottom of the sea, but then
How
they
about
haven't
this? Let
dropped
me
it.
ask you a question. You're Christian, right?
Yeah.
Is allowing abortions to occur wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, so God allows for abortions to occur, correct?
We already talked about this. I said this at the start of the Old Testament. It's the old
No,
world.
no, no, no. Different thing.
Different.
God allows
Oh.
for abortions to occur because God gave us free will.
Yeah, he gave us free will to do anything. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean
So
like
does
he.
that mean it's wrong to
Yeah.
allow? No, is it wrong for someone to allow for another person to get an abortion?
Well, dude, you could say that for anything.
No, the
Okay, so
allowance of it happening is not wrong, under your view, because you do not think it's wrong for God to allow for them to do it.
well, yeah, I think you're going to hell if you do it, but you won't on this mortal coil. Yeah,
But
you
you
have
don't
free
think it's
will.
wrong for God to allow it. So if it's not wrong for God to allow
Uh,
it, how is it wrong for us to allow for abortions to occur? You could say it's wrong for those abortions to occur, but how is it wrong for us to allow for that to happen?
because we can follow God's word and try and prevent people from doing that with their free will, but we can't stop people from having free will and still doing whatever they want. So it's like I guess if we live in a structured society where we can
But
try
you
and
don't
make
prevent
it
people
safe
from
for
engaging in
people.
every sin. Like, you don't prevent people from cheating.
I mean, we're just trying to save them, from like
But wait, but you don't
death.
prevent people from engaging in every sin.
We care about the baby. We care about the baby's life too. Okay, we care about their free will and the baby's right to live. Okay, so that's where we're getting caught up. It's not about the mother not going to hell, not doing this atrocious act, but it's about saving the life. That it's a little baby.
Okay, so you
So
think this is about safe? I have a question. Do you think that? Do you support restricting people's access to? Or fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry, I read something and I got off of that. Do you want to repeat your last statement?
yeah, it's about the life of the baby and not actually stopping the mother from committing this atrocious act, but giving the baby a chance to live and follow God with their
Okay.
free will.
Okay. Yeah, but what you're not understanding is that if allowing someone to not follow God, right, is not wrong, then I don't understand how it would be wrong for us to allow for people to get access to an abortion. That's like my point.
Okay, and look,
I
what
don't
I
get your
said.
perspective there. Like, I don't see how you could say it would be morally preferable to support Harris over Trump because you have no argument to say that it's wrong to allow for abortions to occur.
Okay, and look, what I actually want to say to you, my friend told me this the other week, and I agree with it completely. If you support abortion, nothing in the Epstein files should shock you because you're already supporting such an atrocious act against children. Nothing in the Epstein files should shock you. Like what they're doing in that, like all the satanic sacrificing and everything, it's the same as abortion.
So you think it's
Sacrificing of children, everything, all that, it's all the same. So yeah,
so do
if
you
you
think
support
abortion
abortion,
is
nothing in the
demonic?
Epstein files should shock you. Yes, I think sacrificing of children is demonic. Yeah.
I don't think that's sacrificing children.
I
'Cause
think
I
it
don't
is. My
think it's a
future's going to be
child.
better. That's how they convince it. Oh, I'm sacrificing this for my future. My future is going to be better. So let's kill this baby. 1,000 years ago, killing this girl will make my future be better. Killing my child will make my future be better from
It's
God.
not a
Like it's
child.
all
It's not a person.
sacrifice.
It will make your
It's a
life
little
better, though.
bit
That's like an
of
objective fact. It does make people's
exactly.
lives
So
better
it's
if they
like
have access to an abortion. That's a fact.
so you're sacrificing your baby. You're
That's
sacrificing your
not a
baby to make your
baby.
life better. No,
That's
that's
not a
a fucking
baby.
sacrifice.
It's not a
Thanks.
baby. And also, Satan's not real.
You're trying to be smug. Oh yeah, getting an abortion will make your life better, ladies. Like you're
Yeah,
pushing something that's like so
if you
evil.
want to get an abortion and you get an abortion, it objectively does make people's lives better. Why? Because they get to choose when they decide to have a kid.
Yeah,
Okay?
Parker, I would understand you if maybe you were like, yeah, abortion is an evil thing and we should try and avoid it at all costs. But I understand if you have to do it,
Oh, it's
it's like
not. It's not. Supernova,
measure.
think of the galaxy. It's not at
Then
all. It is
then
not an evil
that's
thing
okay.
to get access
But
to an abortion.
You're literally encouraging women to go and kill their baby, and that is like just
It's not a
insane.
baby. It's
Like,
it's genuinely not a baby. I'm sorry. You
and
can
then
sit here.
you
You
go
can
on.
you can cry all you want. You can say it's demonic all you want, but you have no fucking argument. You have nothing about Christianity that even entails to hold your perspective. You can be Christian and hold
Literally,
my
the
perspective.
verse I gave you, the verse I gave you at the start, and
The verse does
also
not
you,
justify. The verse you gave me does not justify that you have to evaluate at a certain aspect in the womb. By the way.
you're and look, once I leave this life, you're gonna harp on about the Epstein files all day, and like while you're
Yeah,
still
you don't care
actively
about those
supporting
children.
which
You
is
say you
like
care about
so
the children in terms of people who are aborted, but you don't give
I
a
do
flying
care about
fuck
those children.
about the children in the Epstein files that were assaulted.
I do.
You don't give a flying fuck about them getting their stories heard because of the fact that Donald Trump's administration is not releasing all the Epstein files, even though legally obligated to do so.
They should release all the Epstein files.
They're not going
They
to.
still know
They
that.
said today they're not going to.
Well, fish back for Florida. He's going to. I mean, he's going to do everything he can to these
So
evil
you
monsters.
support a
Yeah.
Groiper affiliated weirdo.
You think Fishback's a weirdo? Fishback
Yes,
is a goddamn
he's a loser. He affiliates himself with Nick Fuentes.
and he's funny and he's edgy, and that's why he's going to win because young men like edgy.
He's
in
gonna
Florida,
win.
okay?
What are the polls saying? How are the polls going?
Anyone say Byron Donalds for Florida? How many times have you heard Fishback for Florida, dude? Like he's
So
like his
so
popularity.
what are the polls at?
I don't know. Maybe he's like 28% now.
I don't even think he's there.
No, he went up a lot. He used to be like 3%. He's like
Polls,
astronomical.
Florida for governor. Let's take a look.
Fishback's my hero.
Fishback is 4%,
Okay, and how much is Byron Donalds?
46%.
Well, why?
No way,
why is
dude!
Fishback
Holy
getting so much
shit,
media
dude!
attention?
Holy
Like,
shit,
how's he getting
man!
all this media
Oh
attention?
my god, Fishback is gonna win. He's gonna win it. He's gonna take it all. 4%, dude. He's getting
Makes
dog
sense.
walked. He's getting dog
literally-
walked.
He's on Piers Morgan. Brett Cooper's talking about him. Like everyone's talking about his syntax thing. All the accounts are blowing
Yeah,
up
and
on
apparently,
Instagram.
so everyone's talking about him, but he can't get any support, huh?
People love him. Young men,
Really? So
brokers,
what is his percent at?
love him. Yeah, well,
He is
I don't
4% in Florida, dude.
I'm sure he's gonna win. I'm sure he's gonna win this
I'm
year.
sure he's gonna win. You wanna bet?
I'm gonna come back in this live.
Wait,
Fishback is gonna be the governor
Wait,
of
wait, wait.
Florida.
Do you want to bet?
Yeah, sure. We can bet.
How much?
We can bet on this. A grand?
You'll bet a
Nothing.
grand?
So-
I bet you a grand he
Nothing.
won't win. I will totally take that bet.
Okay, and all right, so you'll give me a grand if he wins.
And you'll give me a grand if he loses.
Sure.
Okay.
Gentleman's agreement. Shake on it through the screen.
You owe me a grand. You owe me a grand.
Dude,
He's totally gonna
I'm
lose.
about to come back here in a few months. He's gonna win, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I should have seen." All this media attention he's getting. No one is advocating for Byron Donalds. So obviously he's gonna win. It's the Groiper
Easiest
uprising.
grand in my life, bro.
Dude, this is the first step of the Groiper uprising. Then there's gonna be the Groiper civil
The
war.
Groiper uprising. Wait, are you a Groiper?
Groiper's the rule.
Are you a Groiper?
Yeah, I like Nick Fuentes. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. How do you feel about his
Yeah.
position on Epstein? He says that Epstein's not a pedophile.
Oh well, I mean, by the technical definition, there's ebophilia and pedophilia. Right?
Oh, so wait. Do you think that a 65-year-old assaulting a 17-year-old is a pedophile?
Well, by the definition, right, a pedophile is like an undeveloped kid.
Can you
right?
answer the question? Do you think they're a pedophile?
Wait, I just gotta ask you before that. Do you
Yeah, if a
think
65-year-old assaults a 17-year-old, are they a pedophile?
No, he's an ebophile. By definition, he's an ebophile.
But not a
that's
pedophile?
separate thing. You gotta search it up. You gotta search
So-
it up.
so
Yeah,
not a
he's still
pedophile.
predator, but he'd still be a predator, but it's like a
So
different.
you
by
would
definition.
explicitly
defending
say
by
that they're
the
not a
textbook
pedophile.
By the textbook definition, they'd still be a predator and they should be locked
Can
up.
you
and they're-
define-
by
so
the
can you
textbook
define
definition,
pedophile?
they would not be a pedophile. It's like a prepubescent child. It would be like being attracted to a prepubescent child.
I don't
a
just say
17-year-old is
I don't know
not
why you say
prepubescent.
prepubescent. This is a really weird thing. I think anyone who's a kid,
Well, I wouldn't say a 17-year-old's a kid.
they are.
I was 17 3 years ago. I wasn't a kid. I was a
Yeah, you
grown-ass
were.
man.
Yeah, you were.
I'm a grown-ass man right now. I was a grown-ass man 3 years ago, bro.
You were not a grown ass
I've
man
probably
3
been
years
a grown
ago.
man since I was like 15. I don't know. Yeah.
You were not a grown ass man 3 years ago.
So what do you think is like the difference that happens on your 18th birthday? Like, do you think overnight you just like something like switch flips and like you just become a completely different person or what?
Well, I don't think you're a grown ass man now.
Okay, and I don't think you're a grown-ass man.
Okay,
Like, who
that's
cares?
a fair point.
What's your definition of an adult? Is it like 18 or what? Like,
Well, I think adulthood is established throughout your 20s, right? And it's a little bit more nuanced than just a specific age, right? But it
Okay.
is more nuanced like that. So that's at least my view. But in terms
So
of like a
what's
genuine point, the legal age is 18 for an adult, right? If you're saying below that point, it's definitely a pedophile, right?
okay?
I think there's even arguments outside of that context to go up even higher in terms of age. That's my position in general. But the point that I want to say in general is that Donald Trump, right, or not Donald Trump, is that this is obviously Nick Fuentes justifying pedophilia. Okay, this is him quite literally defending that shit, acting like it's not an issue because they're not prepubescent. That's what he's trying to argue.
Okay, well,
Secondly,
Parker,
are
let
you
me
going to
ask
vote
you.
for Democrats in the midterms?
No, I'm not going that far
Why
yet.
not?
Like,
Why
I
aren't
know
you
he's
listening
starting
to your emperor?
because honestly, I don't fully see him out on that. Like, it's just gonna make
You
things
don't like
worse.
so you're not listening to your emperor? Wow.
Even though the Republican Party is failing us so badly, like, it's just gonna make things worse if we
Bad
go for
looks,
Democrats.
Maxer.
Thing in that.
Let
But
me guess.
anyway,
Are you
let me
obsessed
ask
with
you more about
clavicular
the
as
age of
well?
consent. Not really. But
No?
anyway, let me go back to the age of consent. Let's get to the substantive
Really? I'm actually
conversation.
surprised.
Okay.
I'm surprised there.
Uh,
Did he try to
what's
run
your
over too many people or
All right, all right. What is there a difference between a 6-year-old man graping an 8-year-old child or a 17-year-old?
there's a
Like,
difference, but they're
what's
both
worse? What's worse?
there's a difference, but they're both pedophilia. The difference is their age, but that's still pedophilia.
Okay, but what's worse, the 8-year-old or the
I think they're
17-year-old
both just as bad.
364 day and whatever? Or no, consensually, but it's like statutory,
There's
whatever.
not possible consent.
I know statutorily. It's
So
not
why
like
did
I'm
you say
gonna
consent, dumbass? Statutory means that they can't consent.
statutory consent. Statutory consent.
Statutory means that they cannot consent.
Okay, well, there's a difference between like, come here, I'm gonna rape you, and like, it's just a girl that's
I'm
on
sorry,
the
you're just disgusting. Statutory rape is rape. Fucking
Okay, all right,
weirdo.
yeah, it is.
Don't
Okay,
even
sure,
try
it's
to
rape.
do that, you fucking weirdo.
All right, sure, it's rape. But anyway, is
You
there
just
a
said
difference? Like,
statutory consent, you fucking absolute idiot. I should kick you
yeah,
just for
I'm trying
saying
to
that.
make the
That is
distinction. I'm
so
just
unbelievably stupid.
okay. Statutory rape, an 8-year-old versus 17-year-old. What's worse?
They're both
And it's like
bad.
a 20. All right, 25-year-old man and a 17-year-old.
They're
Is that
both
bad?
bad.
Is that a pedophile?
Yes.
All right, okay. 17 years old,
Did you just
364
try to
days.
bring that up as like an own or something? Yeah, a 25-year-old
Okay,
that
okay.
assaults a 17-year-old is a pedophile.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, she was 17 years old, 364 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes, you evil bastard.
And he's still,
Like,
yeah,
dude, come
yeah,
on.
you fucking
This is
disgusting piece of shit. Do you see what he just tried to do? He just tried to justify a 25-year-old having literally fucking raping a 17-year-old because they weren't 18 yet. By the way, it's still wrong for 25-year-olds to try to go after 18-year-olds. Okay? I wouldn't talk to someone who's fucking 18 years old, and I'm 23, turning 24 in a few days. Okay? That's ridiculous to me. And I'm 23. The fuck? That's so weird. Okay, let's just go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Jeez. Let's get this next individual up here. When's your birthday? It's on the 7th. Let's get this next individual up here. Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. I already added this person up. Let's get this next individual up here.
Hello, how you?
Only send a guest request if you meet that criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. T.S., thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I know, that was ridiculous. That was absurd. That's their view. That has nothing to do with Christianity, even like broadly. Like that was absolutely insane. That was absolutely insane. Like, what is wrong with those people, dude? Carolyn, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I definitely support them over their pubs, of course. Leah, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. They said, look at Indiana's recent permanent injunction against our ban. Pauses the ban under religious freedom. Pause the ban under religious freedom act. That's great, actually. That's really good. Sonoma, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much on Venmo. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section. Brooklyn, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the devil money. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Brooklyn. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That's absolutely insane. Ducky, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Give some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's like actually so cringe. As well as Jacqueline, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Oh, really? I honestly am not surprised. Not surprised. Stefan, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $25. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know that guy was absolutely absurd and ridiculous. Tiffany, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Goose W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. POT, thank you for the $6.66. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for, seems very convenient for this guy to pass much judgment against women who want to control their own bodies and reproductive health when he would never have to make that decision. Very true.